What do we have for Libra? The Chariot, Cancer energy at the foundation of the reading, Libra. Libra, before I began this reading, I was doing some pre-spreads, and I was getting some messages surrounding some individuals that are contemplating coming your way, but it's as if they can't gain the courage to do this. But there's a very good reason why. Libra, I feel that you are having some level of success in your life, and there's some energies from the past that are starting to receive some sort of karma that has to do with their treatment towards you. Karma is a really interesting thing. It's a lot more complex than you think it would be. So say somebody wishes illness or death into your life, let's say, worst case example. Chances are that's not what they're going to get in their life. It's going to be something that is going to be more slow and grinding, okay? There's going to be some level of suffering there. And a lot of these people who actually do wish any sort of wickedness into other individuals' lives usually live a very long life of suffering and misery. And though I don't want to focus your reading on the karma that other people are getting for treating you, Libra, it is very important that you are aware of what's taking place behind the scenes, because there is a level of validation that you are meant to receive from this. It's to let you know that you are on the correct path and that you didn't really do anything wrong when it came to these individuals, Libra, even though they may have told you otherwise. There's an energy here where the scales are tipping now. You need to be made aware of this, and the individuals that put you through this energy, whether it's friends, family members, exes, co-workers, well, these individuals are witnessing you in your winning season now. And a lot of these individuals, they've had some level of success in their life, and they've started to lose this success now because they never really deserved it. However, it was meant for them to feel what it was like to have it and lose it, and now see you have it and keep it. The divine is really making an example out of you, Libra, and what it means to be walking a life in alignment under divine guidance. I'm also picking up a heavy energy of really bitter family members, specifically a father or a masculine energy inside your energy. It could be an ex for the female Libras. It could be a coworker. It could be a friend. Just place it as it fits. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a male. It could be a female that's in more masculine energy. But there is also somebody here that I'm picking up on intuitively who's going through some sort of sickness. And this is all because of how they treated you. So say it's somebody that was speaking wickedness constantly on your name, telling lies, spreading gossip. Maybe there's something going on with their throat or their mouth. See, this is how karma really works. The divine has a genius way of orchestrating how these individuals are going to learn their lesson based off of their treatment towards you. What do we have at the sacral, please? Wow, Wheel of Fortune. So right before this Wheel of Fortune came out, I was just getting ready to say that the Chariot is also an energy of victory. So this is very much the energy you're in. And now we have it paired with this Wheel of Fortune. So you're in a whole new life cycle here, Libra. There's a lot of good karma that has accumulated. And now you're in a season where you're cashing this in to the universe. But this did not come without a fight, Libra. A lot of you went through literal hell to get to where you are now. Some of you went through years of bad luck, feeling like your life was completely out of control, constantly stressed out. But this all had to do with these negative external forces that were speaking this wickedness into your life. And, you know, I used to wonder how anybody could actually be so powerful to just speak wickedness into somebody's life. But based off of my own experience, what empowers these individuals to do this is the fact that you're still in their life, right? So they're speaking this wickedness into your life. You still have them in your energetic environment, and they're also planting these seeds of self-doubt into your psyche that bury themselves on this deep subconscious layer. So for a lot of you, this is family. These families just have this energetic influence on your life. So that's why it's very important to get away from these individuals. And, I understand that this can be very challenging when it is family members, because a lot of us are programmed to think that, oh, these are your family members through thick and thin. And I cannot tell you, Libra, how truly misguided and incorrect that statement is. Some of your worst enemies will literally have the same blood as you running through their veins. It's always those closest to you. And the path that you're on, Libra, the path that you're navigating now by way of the divine, is not for other people to tread on with you. I was just speaking about something similar in the Capricorn reading, how what we usually have to do is get on path, and then we meet the other people that are on the same path. You can't take people from the old cycles with you onto the new path. If these individuals were prepared or ready to take the path, they would have already done it by now. It takes God and the divine entering into your life, which is a very personal relationship and experience that no one else is going to understand, to get onto this path. You don't get to take a buddy, right? Just like spiritual awakening, it's very personal. It's not something that you do with another, because spiritual awakening and ascension is, well, it's a rewiring of who you are from the ground up. And this is just not something that you can buddy up with another on. It's not like you're looking for a gym buddy. It doesn't work like this. This is completely different. People who truly go through these sorts of awakenings, they walk alone. They find a new tribe. Because most of the time, the awakening has to do with the environments that they were in that isn't in alignment with their purpose and destiny. So taking people from the previous cycle would render the awakening obsolete. May as well have saved yourself the pain and heartache of going through the awakening process, which is not a fun process. It's very hard. It's very painful. The only thing I can really liken the awakening process to, after going through it myself, it's like coming off of a substance. I gave up drinking 5.5 years ago, and it is very similar to that in that your body is in pain and you're being healed from a core level. And I'd imagine that it's probably similar to also coming off of hardcore drugs for those people who have had to kick addiction. These cycles that we're overcoming in our life, they are like addictions. The people, the behavioral patterns, the life that we lived with them. It's like a form of possession that we need to overcome to be able to align with our destiny. But what I'm looking at on this table, and I only have 2 cards out, is a group of Libras who are right on track. And for you Libras that are just starting out on this path, this reading here is going to be a little peek into what is waiting for you should you continue down this path. Cancer and Sag energy on the table. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? 7 of Swords at the solar plexus. Aquarius energy. See, the awakening process all has to do with you taking complete control over your life. No longer allowing anybody to dictate which way you should be moving, the decisions you should be making. A lot of this is going to be family-based. A lot of you have those family members out there who love to tell you how you should be living your life, what you should and shouldn't be doing, what you're good at and what you're not good at. This is what all this energy is here now. And what I have also found personally, and also working with other people who have gone through the same process, is that a lot of the things you have been told you can't do are actually the things you're supposed to be doing. You see, there's this shadow force in the universe that tries to create restriction in our lives, and it works through the people closest to us. But make no mistake, those individuals allow themselves to become a vessel for, well, it's a form of possession. These individuals have decided to live their life a very specific way that vibrates at frequencies that are in accordance with shadow energies, otherwise known as different forms of demonic possession. Demonic possession are essentially a collection of behavioral patterns. It's a specific way you live your life. You're under possession. Some are mild and some are more extreme. But there is an umbrella of these demonic frequencies that influence people's behavior. Now, when you utilize those specific frequencies to navigate your particular reality, you make yourself a host for demonic possession, and that demonic possession will work through those individuals, Libra, to actually stop you from aligning with your destiny and purpose. It's like they can smell the divinity on you. Now, most of these people don't even know what they're doing, right? A lot of us who are on this path, we feel guided, we feel seen, we feel protected. Well, it's the same for them, but it's the opposite. They're definitely seen, but instead of protected, they're being used as vessels to do the will of the devil, of Lucifer. Just like you are vessels for the divine doing the will of the Most High. So you can see how this opposing force will work through the individuals in your life, Libra. And you also have to remember, Libra, that we're essentially behind enemy lines down here. We're in enemy territory. We're birthed into these life cycles to wake up to this truth, align with our divinity, fulfill our destiny. And that is always going to have to do with helping uplift the collective, however that may show up for you. Each one of you has a very specific blueprint, a mission statement. And these individuals are going to do everything they can to make sure that you don't align. So they're going to plant those seeds of self-doubt so you stay stuck and stagnated in your life. This is what you're breaking free from now, Libra. See, the more you start aligning, the more you see this energy on these individuals. You start to see these sorts of people in a way that you'd never seen them before. It's like there's this veil that's been lifted. You can see clearly now. You can see all obstacles in your way, right? Like the song. Wow, what a powerful reading. Death, Scorpio energy at the heart of the reading. Complete transformation. See, this is what this leads to. Complete energy of rebirth and transformation. The way this occurs is by way of a mindset shift, Libra. That is that energy of the veil being lifted. It changes your mindset. It's like you have this reality shift. It's shocking when this happens. It's like you're coming online for the first time. You're waking up, right? After being in a slumber that you never knew you were in. You're awake, but you're indoctrinated. You see, we were born indoctrinated. As soon as we opened our eyes and started consuming the environments around us, we became indoctrinated right from the get-go. But I feel that what's happening in this time we're living in, Libra, there's a whole group of you that are waking up to this, and you're changing the dynamic. Some of you are going to have children one day, and you're going to make sure that your children don't go through this. You're going to make sure that from the get-go, their surroundings reflect living a life of alignment and divinity. So now, new children being birthed into the collective that are awokened upon inception, and then they move forward. See, this is how it should be. This is evolution. You know, a lot of you were not given this opportunity. You had to go through all the same struggles that your parents did, some even worse, because a lot of the generations that have come before you, Libra, just didn't get it. They were too indoctrinated to understand that we're supposed to pass the torch down through the generation. It doesn't make sense that those who follow behind us must gather the wisdom that we've already gathered. That's like saying, well, I had to walk to school with holes in my shoes 10 miles through the snow, so my child must walk with holes in their shoes to school 10 miles through the snow, right? A very basic example, but this is what I'm picking up here, and this is how I grew up, right? There was no sense of evolution. It was just you learn by going through the hardest struggles in your life. Sure, you can learn a lot of lessons, but for the individuals that truly understand evolution, you can teach that. You don't necessarily need to go through those same struggles. It can be taught. And they're emphasizing this very heavily in your reading, Libra. I feel that a lot of you can resonate with that right now. You understand what I'm saying here. You're carving out your own path is really what it comes down to. The divine hand selected you to be incarnated into this time in history because of how necessary it is to readjust the dynamics inside of your family lineages. What do we have in the throat? Strength, Leo energy at the throat. See, a lot of the cycles that you individuals have been through in your families bred a lack of self-discipline, picking up a lot of self-entitlement as well. So these are the kinds of people that think that they deserve everything but don't go out and actually work for it. These are the kinds of people that are all talk, no action. These are people who live a life of delusion. But not you, Libra. This is what you're turning around. You're somebody who's putting action behind your words. You have this inner strength and fortitude. You're actually going out and fighting for the evolution of yourself and your family lineage or your community, however it resonates for you. But there is an energy here where you truly understand what it means to evolve a human life, yours. You understand that you're not just down here to push air and take up space. You're down here to gather wisdom and give that wisdom back to the collective. The strength card is also right at the throat, so there is an emphasis on communication here that could resonate for some of you. What do we have at the third eye, please? Too many cards. What do we have at the third eye? Wow, the star, Aquarius energy at the third eye. We have all majors on this table except for this Seven of Swords here. This is a very powerful energy here, Libra. You know, when you move inside this energy, Libra, it's as if every day is a miracle. You feel seen, you feel heard by something much bigger than all of us. You feel connected to Source, to God, to the divine, to your higher self, however you foresee it. You feel the oneness of the universe around you, and you feel truly guided, aligned, and in an energy of purpose and understanding as to why you are here and what you must do. And what you must do, right? That's the big question. What is it? What is the understanding? What is our purpose? It's what everybody wants to know. What is my purpose? Well, it's not really a question that can be answered without time. We're just meant to know enough to just get going in that general direction. I just got a lot of ringing in my ears. Confirmation that what I'm saying to you is correct. Don't think about all the details. Just go where you feel pulled. Go where you feel called, Libra. The star is right there at the third eye. So emphasis on your intuition, your higher guidance. And the star is all about hope. It's all about miracles. It's also you being in the spotlight of your life. So the center of your own universe. It's an energy of complete divine guidance, just aligned and awoken. You know, when you step on this path, Libra, you just wake up and you just get to it. You don't even really have to think about it too much. You have a team around you, guides. The force of the universe just arranges things. And before you know it, you've accomplished all of these great things without even really having to put much thought into it. This is what it means to be under divine guidance. You surrender your old self and your old life, and you allow God, the divine, to take the driver's wheel. This is what I'm picking up here for you, Libra. Very powerful reading. What do we have at the crown? Hermit, Virgo energy at the crown. Allowing God to take the wheel is exactly right, Libra. This is you following this inner guidance. You see, the more you align with this energy of divine guidance in your life, you start to, let's just say, detoxify your life of all which tries to block this higher guidance from coming through. See, our environments, living inside the day-to-day of our reality is all set up strategically to block this higher guidance, cloud and disrupt these messages as they're coming through. See, a lot of the time, Libra, it's people like you that go from living a life where people ruled you out. Some of you may have had people tell you that you wouldn't amount to anything or didn't expect you to then the complete opposite, an extreme evolution. Most spiritual individuals that have walked this same path as you go through this. Nobody expects it to be you. That's why when you align like this, it's shocking. It's very exposing. People feel judged by the universe for the way they treated you, and they should feel that way because they are being judged by the universe. They start to understand that you were actually sent by the divine into their life to test them. There's no reason why anybody should treat another individual in this way. It's incredibly detrimental to the collective when an individual that was sent here to awaken doesn't awaken. That's a big loss. Because people that are on this path that you're on, Libra, a lot of you are saving lives. There's something having to do with communication with a lot of you, picking up a lot of different things. But you were put here to make a difference. You were put here to uplift, help guide, help heal, help awaken, help redirect the future generations. And individuals who get in the way with that, there's severe punishment for that. And it's going to be circumstantial for every situation. Right, it's like somebody who speaks wickedness like a witch. And as they get older, the wickedness catches up and they literally look like a witch. You feel as though if you stare at them for too long, you'll turn into a frog. That is karma. And that is so real, Libra. What do we have? The foundation, please. 6 of Wands, murmur, Leo energy at the foundation. So this energy here is representing what I just picked up. They were trying to affect your confidence. You're too ugly. You're too short. You're too fat. You're too skinny. This sort of stuff, right? This is what I'm getting here. These are the people that are receiving the karma now that equates to what they put you and probably many other people through. And Libra, when these individuals do this to people like you, so people that have a divine path and mission, oh boy, the punishment is very, very severe. It's so obvious. The divine writes it all over their face. Libra, I also feel that a lot of you are either going through or you're preparing to go through some sort of level of glow up. Okay, it could be something you're changing about your look, your health is improving, maybe you're working out, but I'm picking up on something intuitively here. And this is usually what happens when this karma is being balanced out. It's like the divine is taking something from them and giving you a little boost. This is the karmic scales balancing. I'm also picking up an energy here of if some of these people are in the spotlight or maybe they have successful businesses, I am picking up an energy here of some of these individuals having a fall from grace if they haven't already. What do we have at the sacral? Strength, vine, wow. A lot of Leo energy here. So that energy of confidence, right? This is what they were going for. So we have strength twice, but we have the shadow polarity here. I read these as negative polarities. Leo energy, Leo energy, Leo energy. So this is just further emphasizing everything I'm saying here. It's an energy of self-doubt. It's an energy that wanted you to fear moving in a certain direction in your life. Wanted you to suppress the urges that you felt calling you. Wanted to block your third eye so you don't step into this star energy. And the strength is right underneath this Wheel of Fortune. So it's like they knew that you had the potential to do this, but they became so drunk on controlling your life or affecting your life in a negative way. For a lot of you, this was an ex, maybe multiple exes, that held this energy that just completely destroyed your confidence, left you in the dirt, so to speak. A lot of you had to rebuild your lives from the ground up. These individuals did so much damage to you. But it's like they can see something on you, but there's just something inside of them, like I was saying earlier on in the reading, that tells them that they must destroy you at all costs, right? It's that energy of possession. What do we have, the solar plexus? Hangman, Bifrons, Pisces energy at the solar plexus. Yeah, this is an energy of people who have ulterior motives, right? So it's like dating someone and they always have like some sort of ulterior motive. It's like they're trying to systematically destroy your life from the inside, right? It's like they get really close to you and then they just completely blow everything up from the core. These kinds of people. These are also the kinds of people that will do wicked things to you, but then victimize themselves based off of your success once you put your life back together. What do we have at the heart? I'm also hearing these are the kinds of people that will always bring up things from the past, right? Before you were spiritually awakened or on path. Always just trying to bring up your shortcomings instead of focusing on your evolution and how much growth has happened in your life. Four of Wands, Person, Aries energy, libertines and renegades. Again, more stagnation, arguments, just always doing things to create chaos in your environment. Some of you, this is really toxic friends as well. They haven't gone anywhere with their life. They saw you on the up and up and they just did everything they could to try and pull the rug out from underneath your feet every chance they could get. And see, when it's people really close to us, a lot of the times we don't even see this happening because a lot of these tactics they use are things to affect our self-confidence. So we actually believe that what they're saying is true. You know, things like, I wouldn't do that if I was you, you know, you may not want to do that. That's not for you. And you're like, oh, okay, maybe you're right. You know, this sort of behavior. And now you're looking back and you're like, oh my God, how did I not see what was taking place? But that's part of the awakening process, Libra. And it takes getting away from these individuals, right? You're outside the fishbowl, so to speak, now to get a higher perspective over what was taking place. You know, a lot of these people go from being the closest individuals in your life to being your mortal enemies, all by way of a spiritual awakening. A lot of them are living in fear because they know you can see now. You can see right through them. They can't face you. They don't know what to say to you. They wish they could be a part of your new beginning, but they don't know how much you know about what they did to you, so they don't even know how to approach you. And then we have Fahalia, which is the Queen of Cups, redemption. And this says it all, Libra. This is you. You've been saved. You've been saved from a life of sin and evil. And this is not something that a lot of us are really consciously aware of. You've been saved from a life that is not in alignment with your highest good. But again, in saying that, you don't really know or understand what that means until you've removed yourself from these situations and you've done the healing. You look back at yourself as almost being, you see yourself as being spiritually ill, right? Indoctrinated. I look back on my life and it blows my mind that I couldn't see it. But it was all a part of the path, Libra. It had to go down this way. What do we have at the throat, please? Two of Cups. Cancer energy at the throat. The swiftly hearkening God, fruition, provides expansive intelligence and gives the grace of God. There's an energy of perfect alignment here, Libra. It's like here you are coming into alignment, calibrating with your higher self. This energy of union. I'm also hearing something about aligning with your tribe, your soul tribe. Like I was saying earlier on in the reading, you need to get on path and then align with other individuals who are putting in the same sort of work as you. What do we have at the third eye, please? The moon. Gabriel, Pisces energy at the third eye. God is my strength. Divine revelation reveals messages, has the power to destroy. So pay attention to your dreams right now, Libra. There's a lot of downloads that you're going to be receiving through your dreams. Make sure you're following your intuition right now. Do whatever you have to maintain this very confident, spiritually aligned connection that you have with the divine. Star stacked with moon. energy of divine guidance. See, for you, Libra, everything is happening on the etheric plane, so it's all unseen, right? Faith and hope. That's what both of these cards represent paired together at that third eye position. What do we have at the crown to close this out for Libra, please? Eight of Wands. Beautiful. Sag energy at the crown to close out the reading. Vihuel, the great and exalted God. Grandeur makes one passionate toward God. There's a lot of action and change taking place on the etheric plane in your life, Libra. The path has truly been cleared for you. It's very important you keep pushing forward and you keep your back to the past. There is always going to be a threat of individuals or energies trying to come back and re-engage you in cycles past. But you have God by your side, Libra, so all you have to do is ask for support and guidance, and it's right there for you. Libra, this is a very powerful spread. There's a lot of success. There's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of beauty in this spread. So keep pushing forward, Libra. You're right on path, and you're right where you're meant to be right now. Libra, this is the energy that's available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video, and thank you for your donations, Libra. Take care.